Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to tell you about the Singapore work visa and why you should think about getting one. The Singapore dollar is almost as strong as the Canadian dollar, and there are a lot of job opportunities right now in Singapore with not many requirements to fulfill. There's no age limit and the processing time is really quick at just 1 week, so that's great too. Regarding the application process, you don't have to do anything yourself, as your employer or an EA or employer agency will take care of the entire application process, including paying your work permit fees, insurance, security bonds, etc. The most common languages used in Singapore are English, Malay, Mandarin Chinese, and Tamil. English is the language of business, so you won't face any language barrier in an office or work environment. Moreover, both skilled and unskilled workers can find an equal amount of job opportunities, and the Singapore work visa is much easier to get when compared to Western countries and other countries in Southeast Asia as well. Moreover, the average annual salaries are high in Singapore and taxes are relatively low by international standards. In this video, I'm going to tell you all about the Singapore work visas, all the types of work visas offered to you, the salaries offered, why you should choose to live and work in Singapore, the top employers in Singapore, where you can be paid really well by the way, all the key requirements, and the entire step-by-step application process as well, so do watch the video till the end. Hey guys, this is Jason from Dream Canada. If you're new to the channel, I show people how to save their money and immigrate to new countries through my videos without the help of any immigration consultants or agents or lawyers. You can find all the process instructions for you to apply on your own through this channel. Subscribe now because all the information provided here is completely free, and I answer all your queries in the comment section and on my social handles on Instagram and Twitter, so don't forget to follow us there as well. You can even get in touch with us directly via WhatsApp on the number shared on the screen. Coming straight to the salaries offered in Singapore and the taxes you'll have to pay for it. Kindly note that a Singapore dollar is almost as strong as a Canadian dollar. The average annual salary in Singapore is $70,000 even for the initial months when you just start working. As a point of reference, a software engineer makes anywhere between $40,000 to $120,000. A project manager makes anywhere between $34,000 and $124,000. A marketing manager makes anywhere between $80,000 to $100,000. An accountant makes anywhere between $75,000 to $100,000. And a financial analyst makes anywhere between $60,000 to $80,000. Taxes in Singapore are relatively low by international standards. Resident individuals are subject to graduated tax rates ranging from 0 to 22%, and non-residents are charged a flat 22%. Coming to where you can be hired. Some of the top employers in Singapore are Google, Samsung, IBM, Microsoft, IKEA, Deloitte, Amazon, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Apple, Singapore Airlines, DBS Bank, Walt Disney Company, Pfizer, Dyson, Johnson & Johnson, P&G, among a few others. Now, why should you choose Singapore? Singapore has consistently ranked high in Mercer's Quality of Living, which is a reputable survey that ranks the best global cities with the highest standards of living based on personal safety, security, political stability, and sustainable economic growth. Singapore even offers a working holiday visa called the Work Holiday Pass, wherein candidates between 18 to 25 years can live and work in Singapore for up to 6 months while on a holiday. Singapore's international trade links, attractive tax structure, investor schemes, advanced infrastructure, competitive workforce, and robust economy make it an easy place to do business. Singapore is known worldwide for its attractive tax regime. Investors and entrepreneurs are consistently drawn to its attractive tax rates, tax relief measures, and network of avoidance of double tax agreements or DTAs, among other ideal tax incentives. Singapore is the top Asian city for expats, primarily due to its balanced lifestyle of work and play. In addition to career and business opportunities, this vibrant and dynamic city-state offers multiple options for recreation and leisure. Singapore is a multicultural mecca bustling with art festivals, theatre fairs, sports attractions, tourist destinations, and a range of interesting activities for residents and visitors alike. Now, which types of visas are offered to you? Professional workers are entitled to get the following types of Singapore work visas. The first type is an employment pass, which is granted to executives, managers, and other professionals. To be eligible, you have to earn at least 5,000 Singapore dollars a month. This is the most popular type of Singapore work permit, and most of you will most likely fall into this first category. Next, you have the Personalized Employment Pass or PEP, which is issued to highly paid foreign workers or current holders of employment passes. The EntrePass is granted to investors or entrepreneurs who intend to establish a business or startup in Singapore. And the Overseas Networks and Expertise Pass or OnePass is for top talent in business, arts and culture, sports, science and technology, and academia and research. Coming to the work visas offered to skilled and semi-skilled workers. The first one is the S-Pass, which is issued to mid-level skilled workers who get a monthly salary of a minimum of 3,000 Singapore dollars. Next is the Singapore Work Permit for foreign workers, which is issued only to overseas workers from particular countries and only in specific sectors. Then you have the Work Permit for Foreign Domestic Workers or FDW, and as the name suggests, is given only to domestic workers aged between 23 to 50 from specific countries such as India, Indonesia, Macau, Bangladesh, Hong Kong, Cambodia, Malaysia, etc. The work permit for confinement nanny is issued to Malaysian nannies who are allowed to work in Singapore for 16 weeks commencing from the time of birth of a baby. And lastly, the work permit for performing artists, which is issued to performing artists who would work in bars, hotels or nightclubs. Now for the requirements of a Singapore work visa. There's just one main requirement, which is you have to have a job offer from Singapore. This is fairly easy to get compared to all Western countries if your skills and work experience are good enough. You can find a lot of vacant positions on websites like LinkedIn, Gumtree, Indeed, etc. Apart from this, you need a valid passport as your work permit validity will be up to a maximum of 1 month before your passport expires. Also, the individual requirements may differ for different work permits. For instance, those applying for an employment pass must be higher earners with relevant work experience and acceptable qualifications for it. Now we come to the application process. The first step, as I explained before, is getting a job offer from an employer in Singapore. You can directly reach out to company websites through their career pages or use job portals or professional networking websites such as LinkedIn, Indeed, Gumtree, Monster, etc. The next step would be to apply for your work permit. A great benefit here is that you don't have to apply on your end. Your employer in Singapore or your EA or employment agency handles the entire application process. They will also be the ones to pay your application fees, security bond and insurance costs, so you don't have to spend any money on your end. Step 3 is getting your in-principle approval or IPA letter. You'll get your IPA letter when your work permit application has been accepted. You'll have to use this IPA letter to enter Singapore, where you'll be issued your work permit. If your application is rejected, an in-principle rejection letter will be sent to your employer instead, and you won't be issued a work visa. Assuming your application has been accepted and you travel to Singapore using your IPA letter, your employer or EA applies through EP Online to receive your Singapore work visa. Again, they'll have to pay all the fees and costs involved for it. You'll then be issued what's known as a work pass, and you'll get a notification letter with it, which will let you know whether you need to take your photo and fingerprints, which are your biometrics. Your work pass will allow you to commence working in Singapore and also to leave and enter Singapore as many times as you wish until an employment card is issued to you. You need to register at the Employment Pass Services Center or EPSC within 2 weeks of receiving your work pass. Once you register and get your documents verified, an employment card will be sent to your registered address, generally within 5 working days. Alright guys, so that was all about the Singapore work visa. For more immigration and travel tips, subscribe to this channel now. Do like this video if you like the content and comment what topic you would like to hear about next. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe for regular updates on immigration and don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well. I wish you the best of luck for your application and hope you have a great day.